Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yaneli, and today, instead of walking you through a recipe, I figured I would share my recent Mexico travels that I got to do with my family. So as you can see right now, I actually landed in Guadalajara, which is where my boyfriend is actually studying abroad right now. So I went to run some errands for him. We took our dog on a walk, and then my parents actually picked me up for my week-long family vacation that I got to do. I hadn't seen my dad's side of the family in almost 10 years, so we took advantage of that trip, and we actually stopped at this really big lake along the way. It's called Lake Chapala, and they actually have this place called Cántaros el Güero where they make these huge mixtures of alcoholic beverages, and they're really good, and people just pick one up and drink it on the way to whatever their destination might be. And the goal of this vacation was just to really get to spend time with our family and to get to spend time with each other. I don't typically get to see my parents for this amount of time, so it was really nice to just get to hang out with them, to explore beyond our hometown, which is what we typically do here. My dad's hometown is Saguayo. That's where his parents live, and it was just really nice to get to reconnect with our family. And there's actually a neighboring town called Jiquilpan, which is where a former president of Mexico actually lived and grew up in. And we went to this museum where it just took you through different eras of his life, and it paralleled his presidency along with the history of the rest of the world and what was going on at that time. And that was actually really cool to see. I wish I would have gotten more footage of all of the food that we ate, not just the street food, but all of the food that my grandma and all my aunts made. But it is so good. That's probably my favorite part about Mexico, aside from all of the colors that are used to paint the houses and just how warm and inviting people are. Everybody says hi, everybody says excuse me. It's just the really simple things that I really love about Mexico. One of the absolute best parts was probably this day trip that we did to Guanajuato. I had no idea that it was right next to the state of Michoacan, which is where my family is from. But my cousin, who's actually a taxi driver, took us for the day, and it was so beautiful. We didn't go to San Miguel de Allende, which is the more popular tourist destination. We went to Guanajuato City, but it was equally as amazing, I can imagine. It is very colonial style. You almost feel like you're in Europe when you're walking through the city center. We got to go on a mine cart at the top of this viewpoint, and you take it down into town, and it is stunning. We did a mine tour because the city is actually known to have started because it was a mining city, and so there's all these aqueducts and underground streets that connect the city, and it is so amazing. I really encourage anyone and everyone to go. Keep me where the light is. Keep me where the light is. Keep me where the light is. So this church, as you can see, the front altar It's actually like 23.5 karat gold, and there was actually an altar to the left and an altar to the right if you walked all the way up, and those were also 23.5 karat gold, and it was so beautiful. Everybody was walking in, taking videos and pictures, and it was so magical. Just look at this, and maybe it doesn't look that impressive to you in video, but if you're there in person, it is so cool. It is a massive view. There's such a contrast between like the green landscape all the way in the back and all the colors of the big city in the front. It is the best. As you can kind of gauge, the streets are really narrow, so there aren't a lot of cars in the city center. Most people park on the outskirts and then walk into the center, and that was really it for my Mexico travels. Please let me know if you enjoyed it. I really love filming and kind of compiling my footage. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!